Welcome to Doty Bird Builds. In this video, I am going to convert an existing box scraper on a 45 horsepower tractor into a pull behind box scraper. It's going to be awesome. Thank you for joining me. The pitfalls of a box scraper is it just requires constant vigilance. The attachment is behind the tractor, and as soon as those front wheels go up a bump, an incline, the scraper digs in, and then when you go down the downside of that bump, the box scraper releases the material. So it just requires constant vigilance, raising and lowering that scraper, and that's why I'm trying to build something a little bit better that I can set the tool and kind of forget about it. Here's the existing box scraper. The ground is already very level. I've worked at it several months. I'm just kind of running that scraper, just lightly skimming the top. It's raked back towards the rear a little bit, just using that rear blade, and I'm not moving any dirt. On the box grader, the wheels of the attachment are behind the scraper. The drawbar pivots at the pintle hitch, so that really enables the tractor to go up and down any bumps, and that attachment stays level. So it really is a tool you can set, forget about, and just drive. It's wonderful. For the pull behind box grader arena drag, I'll be utilizing the existing scraper box. I'll weld a removable drawbar on the front of that, and the very front will have a pintle hook that's fixed, and that will attach to a pintle hitch on the quick hitch of the 3-point of the tractor. On the rear of the attachment, I'll weld up a wheel assembly, which will have a hydraulic so I can raise and lower the scraper box. And the very back, I will have a finishing rake that is also hydraulically actuated to control the height of that. Here's the mock-up of the steel, the drawbar, and the wheel assembly. And here I'm drilling holes in the tabs. I think it was about 1/2 inch steel. They'll be welded on the rear of that box scraper to hold the wheel assembly. And all the holes are drilled. I have the pins. There's the mock-up, and I'll weld those sets of tabs on the middle of the box scraper. Here I'm welding end caps to the wheel assembly. My ground clamp really should be on the material itself. I'm using a table saw, it's not ideal. And I have the axles already welded. And because I'm not on a fab table, the steel tends to move. I'm having to use a jack. Ultimately, I'll have to weld in 2 bars to kind of spread that steel apart so it can swing freely. And you can see the 2 bars I placed in there. Now I'm going to weld them in place. There you have it. So you can see those 3 sets of tabs kind of in the middle of the box scraper. The Bobcat sticker was burned. Actually, I grinded that a little bit to bare steel. So now I'm going to take a 3M eraser wheel on my drill and remove the Bobcat sticker. Friendly chicken. So here's my family and the horses in action. You can see the horses just in a short amount of time chewing up the ground, so it requires weekly maintenance. So here's the finished product. I didn't show all the other welding I did on this, on the drawbar, the hitch, nor installing the hydraulics. But here's the finished product. I'll give a 360 view. The mounts for the hydraulic were pretty challenging. They're 2 half-inch plates welded together. I used a cutoff wheel to make that shape. In the drawbar, the pintle hook, and there's a pintle hitch and quick hitch on the tractor. You can see the hydraulics. Those are flat face hydraulics, very easy to disconnect and connect. They stay clean. Then I have risers welded up just to hold up those hydraulic lines so they don't bind. There's a jack on the drawbar. When not in use, you can see the drawbar is removable with those bolts. And the wheel assembly is removable with pins. Same with the landscape rake. If I want to disassemble this, probably take 20 minutes. Here's the attachment in action. Landscape rake is down, and again, the pasture's pretty level, but I'm just skimming the top. So here I'm going to move some dirt and dump it to kind of simulate a low and high spot. I have the rake up. I'm digging down. You see the wheels are up. Then I just put the wheels down and drop that load of dirt. And here I'm coming back to smooth it out. Very easy to do. Might take one more pass. Here's a second pass, just kind of finishing it. I'm lowering the landscape rake. This is a view from inside the tractor looking back. You can see I carry the probably quarter full of that box filled with dirt. Seems to work pretty well. Any low spots, there's enough dirt in there to kind of fall down and fill those in. So now I'm going to smooth out the roping box. Backing it in. I lowered the scraper box and the landscape rake. Here's the cost breakdown. Good deal on the drawbar section of steel, 3x3 by 8 feet, 1/8 inch thick, $33. The wheel assembly, $77. Tires and wheels, all one unit. I did get those at Tractor Supply. I believe I saw them cheaper at Amazon. The finishing rake, Titan attachments, $147. Consumables, things like grinding pads, discs, paint. I rattle canned it with primer and paint. The hydraulic cylinders, all from Amazon. Hydraulic hose, Discount Hydraulics. The pintle hook was from Amazon, $88. Flat face couplers, Summit Hydraulics, very nice. Please let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do a video just on the hydraulics. Roughly $250 there. Miscellaneous, $100, so the total $1,725. There were additional costs for the tractor. I had to install a second hydraulic rear remote. That was $900. The pintle hitch, $60, and a quick hitch from Titan Attachments, $230. And so that additional cost was $1,190. So definitely more than a commercial purchased attachment. However, it does have the finishing rake and the ability to raise and lower that drawbar to change the angles on those blades on the box scraper. So in my opinion, I believe it was worth it. In conclusion, was this project worth it? Absolutely. It was fun to build. Is it an arena drag? Yes, it is. I can set the attachment, forget about it, and just drive. Was the 1/8 inch steel that I used for the drawbar okay? Yes. I ended up snagging the attachment on a stout section of steel fence and it did not budge. Is it better than what I could buy? I believe so. The scraper box has ripper shanks. I now have that hydraulic finishing rake on the back, and with the adjustable height of the drawbar with the 3-point hitch makes it very nice. Do I have any future changes in store for this attachment? I really do not. I think it works very well. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hope to see you on the next one.